Hi there, PDAC 2026, Trinity One Metals, trading on the Venture Exchange and on the Pinks and in Frankfurt. Tom Wood, CEO. Thanks for coming in.
Thank you very much for having me.
You and I talked about 3 weeks ago about your silver project.
Yeah.
And I was fascinated by it.
Yeah.
It's a past producer in Ecuador.
Yep.
Now, you and I talked about Ecuador having historically had issues, but it seems to have straightened those out.
Absolutely. I mean, so the current president has been in for around 2 years. He's very pro-business, very pro-mining. They've recently just updated their environmental permitting system to streamline that whole thing. So permits that companies were waiting 3 years for can now be completed in around 8 months. That was announced, I think, this week. It was passed by the Congress. And the other thing they're doing is streamlining their wider mining laws to make it easier for investment. I mean, they've seen...
Does Ecuador have a booth here?
I'm not actually sure. I think they have a market day, which is on Tuesday.
We'll drop in.
Yeah, that'll be fantastic. I'm certainly looking forward to going to that. I think Ecuador overall is a fantastic jurisdiction for mining. I mean, Canadian investors have seen that with Lundin Gold, Fruta del Norte. It's their sole asset and they're a $30 billion company. It's a fantastic asset. It's about 80 kilometers east of where we are with Silver-1. And we're very happy with our acquisition. The reception that we've gotten since announcing it and talking to investors about it has been just unbelievable.
The historical numbers are incredible.
Yeah, so they produced roughly 1 million ounces of silver a year at the time when they were in production for 5 years. The silver price at the time was $4, so 4 million US a year, I guess, wasn't quite working for them, as well as 90.
Not a lot of margin in that.
As well as 93 million is going to work for us if we just replicate exactly what they were doing. And they just had quite a small operation going at the time. They had a mill on site which was running at around 100 tons per day, and that alone, due to the high grade, they were mining it at 927 grams per ton. That alone meant that they were getting 1 million ounces of silver a year from this mine, and it was an underground mine. And they've sort of reported at the time that there are well reserves left, and that's certainly something that we're looking to get back into production as quickly as we can. We think it can be done within 2 years and hopefully sooner.
And you just closed a small financing?
So yeah, we closed a very successful financing. We were lucky enough to fill the whole book within 3 days. It was $5.3 million, and we're just in the process of actually closing that now with legal and everything, and it should be closed either tomorrow or the day after.
That's great news to announce at the mining show.
Yeah.
Good for you. The Silver-1 mine, I suggest you go do some research on it. It's all pre-43-101,
Yes.
so we have to dance around all the numbers.
Yeah.
But some fascinating information in there.
Yeah. No, so I guess the reserves at the time that they've calculated, multiple million ounces of silver, not an equivalent either. It's a primary silver mine, and so I guess this asset will make us one of the only pure silver companies on the TSX. Most of these silver companies, they're copper companies or lead zinc companies. I mean, 80% of our revenue, once we get back into production, will be from silver. And so if investors are looking for a stock that gives them maximum exposure to the silver price, other than, I guess, a pure royalty company, Trinity One Metals would certainly be the one to look for.
Thank you for coming in.
No, absolutely.
I continue to keep an eye on the story. I find it fascinating.
Yeah, no, I appreciate it.
Trinity One, whose symbol happens to be TOM, same as the CEO's name.
Yes, it does.
Thanks for coming in.
Thank you very much.